today a little bit of a day in the life of a cast member. I'm working today later on. I'll talk you through shifts in a minute, but I just thought I'd take you through what I do each day. Well, this is sort of on a typical PM when I work at 3:15, so I thought I'd go through the things I do in a day. It's a little bit boring. Spoiler alert, no, we're joking. No, I'd love to have you along, and I can sort of show you around Vista a little bit, show you what I get up to, and I'll show you what I take to work and what I do for work and everything as well. So I hope you enjoy. I'm just gonna sit here, eat my cereal, and check out what's going on with the world. I've got a few things to do, so I've booked my flight home. I'm going home with Virgin, really excited because Virgin is super nice and comfortable. Nice comfy flight on the way home, which will be perfect, and I didn't want any stops. There's nothing worse than coming home from Florida and having to stop off somewhere and elongating your trek back to dull England. No, I'm only joking. Well, I'm not, but so yeah, I've got a flight that goes direct, which will be nice. And as well, I think I'll have a lot of stuff, so I didn't want to stop off, pick up my suitcases and blah blah blah, so this is perfect. But anyway, the program, the cultural representative program, rewards you with a little lump sum, a payment of, sorry, my chair's squeaking. They give you a lump sum of some money to help pay for your flight home, which is so good of them. It's a bit like a reward for finishing your program, and that money goes towards your flight home. So but you just have to prove that you've booked your flight home. So I'm gonna go and take that to Disney Housing, the sort of, I always forget what they call it, like the main office building of, just to give it in. I always forget what it's called. Anyway, I'll take you there and do that job, but I need to print it off first. So I'll go into the computer room, print it off, and then give it in, and I'll take you along so you can go and see the computer room that Vista Way has. And then I might have a little walk over to sort of past Walgreens. I need to get some milk, and Dollar Tree and Dunkin', all those areas. I'll walk you through there and show you what I tend to do. That a lot, actually. It just gets you out, gets you feeling the weather a little bit, and it's just a nice little walk. Then I'll come back, I might edit a video, and then I have to get the bus. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready now, put a little bit of makeup on to look a little bit presentable. I don't wear much. Did you guys see how lacking my cupboards are? So I literally, this is my part. I just have my cherries berries cordial, my bowl and my cereal, and then a squirty Robinsons if my cordial runs out. And then in the fridge, my side is just this tiny section here where I have milk, my cans of Mountain Dew. I actually have a salad that I'm going to have for lunch today, and I've got cheese. That's literally everything in this whole fridge. I've got half a tiny shelf, and I need to get some milk today. So I'm going to put a little bit of makeup on. Like I said, I don't actually do much. I'm not, I never talk about makeup on camera, but it's not because I don't like it, it's because I'm not very good at it. I'm not into, or I've got very tiny, like always swollen sensitive eyes, so I never really do too much to them, because if I wear too much it does make them heavier and make them even more inset than they are. But I'll just show you what I've got. So I do have a naked palette. I have another palette as well. I always put my stuff in a little tray so that it's easier to reach. Bits of powder and stuff. I don't really have much. And then these are just all my getting ready stuff, toothbrush and mouthwash and stuff like that. H2O products. Gotta love a bit of H2O products. Oh, I've got my Snow Ellis fragrance as well. I love this. Got that for Christmas. But yeah, I'm just very sort of, I'm a very plain Jane. Right, I'm gonna go now and print off this flight information. Oh, if you'd like to know as well, so the washing machines are just here. I come out of my building, and then you've got like the car park. The bins are just here, so I always just bring a bag of bins. It's very windy today, I hope you can hear me. The pool is over there, and then when we walk past the gym, I'll show you the gym. Florida is very chilly at the moment, but it's perfect weather for these spirit jumpers. This is my new one. So this is the gym, and then this is the way into the pool as well. And then walking down this path is the sort of head office thing. I don't know what it's called. I keep calling it head office, but so you just walk down here, and then obviously that way is to the bus, and then this is into here. It will say what it's called, service centre. There you go. So this is the service centre, and then I'm just going to go into the computer room to print off. So this is the computer room, and then there's books and DVDs that you can rent as well. It's really big actually. I'm just logging in and getting my details. This makes me so sad. I didn't know this. They have a little lounge in here as well. How cute. So I've handed in my flight information, so hopefully I'll get that money back. Got a free cookie. They're so good to you at the centre there. They always have cookies there for you to take. So Vista Way have another pool down there. This is the bus stop, and then this is the entrance. We have security on the entrance, so I always feel really safe. You have to show your ID when you come in. You don't have to on the way out though. So this is the entrance of Vista. So I'm just coming out and coming down here. Walgreens is right here, so I'm going to go to the Get Milk on the way back for that, and then basically just go all the way down and turn right to get to sort of Dollar Tree, and then they said Poundland. I always call it Poundland. Dollar Tree and Dunkin' Donuts. I won't get Dunkin' Donut, but I'll show you. But yeah, so I just like to do this walk, and I do it most days actually. It's just nice to get out and see the sunshine a little bit. Especially when I start at 3, I don't have much time to do anything else, and I always worry that I won't get into work on time if I go and do something else. So this is perfect really. So yes, oh, can you see? There we go. This is Walgreens, and I'm just going to walk past and go across the road. This road's really dangerous though, so you've got to just be 100% like what's going on, like watching, because it's massive road. Everyone's going left, right, it's everywhere, and as obviously Americans can turn right on a red light, which is just bizarre to us English people. I'd be one of those English people in the car where Americans are beeping like you can turn right on a red light, but so many English people don't know that, because that's just not a thing in England. So yeah, that would be me though, not turning right, being too scared. So I'm going all the way down there, and then on this side you've got Chick-fil-A, you've got Wendy's, and Applebee's is down there as well. So they're all my local haunts. You guys don't need to know how to cross a road, but as soon as the man turns green or white in this country, like I said, those cars on the right can still drive into you, so it's really scary. Anyway, I'm walking down here now, all the way down, and I'll show you when I get there. So the first set of shops you get to, I think it's a camera shop, nail shop, you've got Starbucks, and you've got a Subway as well. I don't tend to go there though, I'm not a coffee drinker, and yeah, Subway you can get in England, so. And then this here is the Sheraton Vistana Resort, and then we're coming in now. This is where I walk into, but this is the Hawaiian Mini-Golf. I love this place, I love walking past it. I think it's so cool with the volcano, and not just that, like as you get closer you can hear the speakers, and they always play Jimmy Buffett music, which makes me very happy. I love Jimmy Buffett. I can hear it already, you can hear the steel drum. Can you hear it? I bet you can't, you can just hear the cars. Wait, let's get a bit closer. I love it so much. Searching for my last shaker song. But I know. Sorry, I got so distracted and excited about Jimmy Buffett, I forgot to like vlog where I'm going. So, through here you've got CC's Pizza. If you're a cast member you get unbelievable offers in there. I've never actually been. Then you come to Dunkin' Donuts, which is my fave. I tend to only really go with my parents and when Simon's here because they love coffee. But I always check out to see if they've got any new donuts in the window, but they don't. If they rarely do though. I like to sit out here and just soak up the sun, eat my donut. And then this is Dollar Tree. It's quite big. It's not as sort of, it's not as bad as Poundland. I think it's a bit better. Oh, all the Valentine's stuff. How cute. Welcome to my favourite aisle, the chocolate aisle. I'm going to treat myself to one of these. Oh, there's none left. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's loads. I'm going to treat myself to one of these. Obviously, got to get the trusty Mountain Dew. So I'm going to save my lint for after my salad that I showed you in my fridge. Jimmy Buffett singing Brown Eyed Girl, love it. I really should do this golf. Maybe I take my mum and dad. Cannot beat Mountain Dew on a sunny day. But Mountain Dew tastes so different in the UK. It doesn't taste as nice as this at all. I'm going to head over there now. You've got Hurricane Grill there as well. I've never been there though. Walgreens, gonna get my milk and then head back to housing. Something else I do on my morning before work is catch up with my family. So I'm gonna Skype my mum and my dad right now. Oh wait. There you go. Spoke to little mummy and daddy and gonna get ready now. It's 1:15. I'll work out what bus I'm gonna get. I'll show you what I do every time. So this is the bus timetable. The C is the Epcot bus, and it comes to Vista at 2:22. That's the one I'm gonna get. So we start at 3:15, and I always like to get it. So if I get the 2:22, I'll get in at 2:36. And I always like to get a bus where I know that if this one fails, I can get this one or this one, and then still be in work on time. So when it comes to service shifts, you either start at 11 o'clock. That's called an AM shift. If you start at 11 and then you'd finish at around 4. And then a PM shift, you start at 3:15 and finish around 10, half 10. Or you could be a mid, which is a double shift, so having the AM and the PM. So today I'm a PM server, which, like I say, you start at 3:15. You have a pre-meal, which means you have a talk about things that are going on at the Rose and Crown, or new menu changes, or just new ways of doing things. Our managers talk to us, have a little briefing, and we also do chip pick. That sounds a bit weird, but chip pick is we put all the sections of the restaurant, I think there's about 12, on little chips. So sort of round chips, they have printed on them the name of the section, so the number of the section, and you put them in the bag and you go around, all of us, and we pick out our chips, and you are whatever section you pick out, and that's the fairest way of doing it. So you find out your section that way, and then you have a 15-minute break in which I'm going to eat my salad that I showed you. You have a 15-minute break until you go down to start your shift at 3:45. So that's the crossover. So all the AMs will be finished by then, or just finishing up, cleaning up, things like that. We go and start at 1:45, get our first table, and then we have that section then all that night. Fireworks go off at 9, and that's also when the restaurant closes. But we do tend to still have guests after 9 who are finishing up eating, having desserts, things like that. And if you're a lower deck section, you tend to be there last, because when you're on lower deck, they all stay to watch the fireworks, because might be a little bit biased, but the Rose and Crown is the best place to watch the fireworks. It really is. I know I'm biased, but I watch it there almost every night, and it really is the best. So that is, in a nutshell, what servers do. The difference between bar is bar starts at 4:30. So that's why I was saying to you, when I'm a bar PM, I tend to do more than just hang around here. I tend to go to maybe Epcot. Like the other day I went to Epcot and looked around the Festival of the Arts, or you go to Hollywood Studios, places that are still close to Epcot, but not to like close enough to actually do something. Whereas when I start and I have to get the bus at 2, what time was it again? I always forget. This is why I look at this every single time. 2:22. You can't really do much in the parks before then. Well, you could do. Anyway, so yeah, this is what you do. What I might do actually now, I'm gonna go and pack my bag for work. What I might do is show you what I pack, maybe a what's in my bag sort of video. So I've just emptied everything out of my bag. Usually everything just stays in there. So this is just sort of what, I don't ever pack everything out and pack it in again. It's always just in here. But I thought I'd do that so I can film a little pack with me. Ignore the mess. This is all my roommate's mess. She hasn't slept here for the past few nights, so it's gotten a bit messy. But anyway, so this is my bag that I use for work. I've used this every day without fail since my very first day on podium. And I love it. It's a Disney Vans bag. No one else in the pav has this bag, so quite unique. I love it. When I first saw the picture, it was really bright red, and I thought it was going to be a bit much, but actually it's black, and then just that front, which is perfect. I love it, and it's ideal. That front pocket is amazing. I'll show you why. So in the front pocket, I always put in, I have my Robinson's squash. I don't like water, so this goes in my water. Then I always put this little brush in everywhere I go. I have a little mouthwash in case I eat something. We have, like I said, during pre-meal, we tend to eat and drink then before our shift. So I just put a bit of this in before I go, and then refill this little tub from my big one. So that goes in there. My contact lens box, I always take this wherever I go, just in case one starts to get irritated. I've told you before, I have really sensitive eyes, so I take my contact lens box wherever I go, which means I also take my glasses wherever I go too, because if I need to take them out, I then put my glasses on. So they go in there. I also put in my spare battery. I don't have a fuel rod. I didn't get one because I had this, so I put this in here too. I was on my first program, I was known as Claire with the ribbon in her hair, and when I have a ponytail, I use one of these ribbons, and they match perfectly the skirt. I'll show you in a second. So I take those with me, and I have a spare one too. I take my headphones. This is for the bus journeys. Just the bus journeys are so long, especially home, so headphones are important. I'm lucky though, because Simon tends to ring me. He's going to do it today as well. He's going to call me in my bus journey. The last thing that goes in the front of my zip pocket is my purse. I love this purse. This is my Finding Dory purse. Whenever someone sees it, you know, in security at Disney, they go through my bag, they always go, "Found her," every time. So Lucas and Steve from Dedicated to DLP bought me this. I saw them just before I flew out to Walt Disney World, and they were so kind to give me this. So I love it. I use it every single day. So that goes at the front because it basically has my cast ID, my housing ID, which I need to get on the bus, and my cast ID, which I need to get into work, and then little bit of money. I don't put too much in because we use lockers that I don't have a lock on, so I don't put much money in there. Then the first thing I pack inside the main bag, oh, I always have a spare pair of socks. They're just spare in case something happens to my actual ones. But the first thing I pack are my shoes, because if you don't have shoes, you can't work. If you forget your skirt or you forget your top, you can just go to costuming and pick up an emergency one. But if you don't have these shoes, then you're not working. So these are non-slip shoes, which Disney provide us. I actually just got a new pair. They provide us, I think, every 6 months. I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on that. But these are my second pair, and they're fairly new actually. And then I always put a pair of socks in there. I wear sort of pop socks just because I just prefer them. So yeah, so they go at the bottom of my bag. They're the first thing that go in because, like I say, they're very important. Whenever I leave, I'm like, shoes, have I got my shoes? So they go in there. I've also got an umbrella because Florida weather, you can never ever rely on. So they go in there. I have a little deodorant thing just in case, you never know, you don't want to start to smell. And I love that it's a little mini one. So I throw that in. Then here are the next thing that I put in is my costume. So this is actually a little bit dirty. I'm gonna get a fresh one. I have a skirt and then it comes with an apron as well, but I will get a fresh one this morning. Well, this morning, it is 3 o'clock. So that goes in, and then I've got my top as well, which is cool. Oh, I forgot to say as well, in the front of my pocket, so in the front of my bag, I do have a spare name tag. So I have a spare name tag, and I have my training pin as well. So if I was told to train, there's my training pin. So yeah, now I'm gonna put my costume back in. That's all nicely in my bag. The next thing that goes in my bag depends on which role I am playing that day, whether I am a server or a bartender. If I am a server, there's one more item of costume that I need, and that is my server pouch. So this is the server pouch. I will talk you through it. So this is the pouch. In the back here, I have some dessert menus. Then in this part, I have my check pad. I did used to have a Dumbo pin here, but there's my Jonas pin. And my check pad I just use to write all my things on. I'm left-handed, so I have it on the left-hand side. And then I have my purse. So this is what I used in 2012, so I just used it again. A lot of people, the new thing is, there's a purse on the Chinese pavilion that everyone uses now, but there was no point. This one works fine. So what I do is, if a guest hands me money for the check, it goes on this side for me to give in at the end of the night. Then if they paid with credit card, it goes in here. And then finalized checks go in the middle. Basically, a finalized check is when someone's paid with credit card or debit card, you add the tip and then like click enter, and the brand new receipt pops up. And you staple that receipt to the guest's seating card, which is a little card that the seaters will be holding when they seat you. So that goes in the middle there. So I'm all nice and organized. So that goes in there, and then at the front I have a load of pens and things. So yeah, that's my server's pouch. Oh, and this is important too. This clips onto my pouch, and then it's like stretchy, if you can see. So I can hold it and stretch it. My card goes here, my cast ID goes here, and then I use it to swipe into the POS system, well, the till, and I sign in that way instead of having to type my number every time. So yeah, so then if I'm serving, I need to remember all those, and they then go in my bag. Obviously, if I'm a bartender, I don't need any of that. I only need my cast ID for when I bartend, and I always leave that on the till. Then that is it, guys. So I have my keys, important. I've never lost these keys because I use a massive lanyard, and they're really cumbersome, so I've never had a problem. Do you want to see all my key rings? I've got Mickey, obviously. I've got a High School Musical one. I've got an I've Been to Graceland one. What else have I got on here? Oh, I've got a Nashville one. Oh, and Eiffel Tower, which has lost a leg. Actually, I think it's lost 2 legs. And that's it. Oh, Nashville. Did I say that? I've said that, haven't I? And a NASA. I've got a little NASA space one as well. So yeah, that's my key ring. And then on top, depending on how hungry I am, I haven't had lunch today, so today I'm going to pack my salad, which is a salad for my lunch, a can of Mountain Dew, even though I have had Mountain Dew today. Shh, don't tell anyone. And then if it's an AM, I always take one of these. I have a box of 16 down there, and I just take one of these. And I also take these little breakfast bites as well. Just a little bit healthier than a chocolate bar, even though they're still chocolate. But yeah, that is my bag, and then my phone, obviously. So yeah, thanks for packing with me. Hope you enjoy my cast member bag. What time is it? I'm gonna head off now, catch my bus. I don't think I'm gonna be able to film anymore because I'm gonna be backstage and then I'm gonna be working. But I'll try and pick it up at the end of the night to sort of sum up my day that I've had. I'll see you when I finish work. I'm back. It's already the evening. It's been a long day. I'm in bed already. Got my Dumbos with me. It's been a really good day. So we had pre-meal and I picked out my chips, like I was telling you. I picked out 707, the section, and that section is a lower deck section, and it was too cold for lower deck to be open today. So what managers then do is they look at the ER list, which is the early release list. If people want to go home, they write their names. Well, you do it electronically, and so they found a few people that wanted to go home, so sent them home, and then I went into an inside section then, and although it was a slow start because all the messing with the lower deck section, I actually did really well inside. There was a really good assigner on, and I had a really good evening. Had some lovely guests, had a few birthdays, and with birthdays you're able to do a few little magic things for them, and yeah, it's been quite nice. And then I had a lovely 8-top. They were so nice, and the older gentleman on the table was a sergeant during 9/11, so we had all these stories, some heartwarming stories and some really sad stories as well. The rest of the 7 of his party went to watch the fireworks and he stayed inside, so for the whole 16 minutes of illuminations I just talked to him about everything, and it was I remember sitting there at one point like so engrossed in what he was saying, and I remember having my hand here just out of shock of what he was telling me. And there's some heartwarming stories, lovely stories, happy stories of what he was saying as well as the sad stories, which I think it's sometimes nice to hear the happy stories from it. Anyway, so yeah, it was a nice little evening, and I finished quite late. I was I think it's about 11 o'clock that I clocked out, and there were a few of us at the same time that live in Vista, so we decided to share an Uber. We split an Uber between the 3 of us, so it was only $2 each to get home, and here I am back home. I've just had something to eat, something to drink, and I'm now sitting up in bed and I'm going to watch some vlogs. That's what I tend to do when I get in. I don't tend to ever edit when I get in from work because I just want to not forget, but just relax. So I always just kind of mindlessly watch something when I get to bed. But yes, so tomorrow I'm working on the bar, which will be nice. Out of the 2, I do love serving as a change every now and again, but bar is my favourite. I love it. It's a quicker pace, and you are able to have a bit more of a cheeky laugh with guests. But yeah, I love both. I wish I could do both forever, I really do. But only 3 and a bit weeks left. Let's not talk about it. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this quite different video than I usually do. A bit of a day in the life of a cast member, I think that's what I'll call it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye! Make your memories, take your pictures,